We're here just chatting with the multi-talented Lena Dunham. Her award-winning show Girls just wrapped last year, and now she's back with a brand new comedy series on HBO.
Lena is the executive producer and writer of a show called Camping. It's about a weekend getaway that quickly turns sour when the great outdoors brings out wild personality clashes. And Jennifer Garner, she stars as the obsessively controlling type A, Catherine. Take a look.
I'm the person people call, and people come to me. I'm their soft place to fall, their touchstone.
You've been so busy planning this trip. I guess she just wanted to give you the space to do that.
Well, yeah, I've been organizing it because I'm the touchstone.
Lena, good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, a show about camping. I thought this was kind of a cool idea. Is this something that's kind of in your wheelhouse?
No, I mean, this is an adaptation of an amazing British series by Julia Davis, which Jenny Connor and I saw and thought was really remarkable, and that there was something to do with sort of like, transposing it onto a California nightmare. But I haven't been camping since I was 12, and I don't plan to ever go again.
I was going to say, like, when I think of you, I don't think camping.
No, I'm what you would call a comfort queen. I want to be in a bed 24 hours a day, with a very clear divide between me and the out of doors.
We were just talking about Jennifer Garner, who is really, really good in the series, but you've somehow managed to make this sweet, adorable, likable Jennifer Garner. This character's kind of annoying.
Yeah, you want to slap her.
I feel like if that is the one achievement of the series, then we have done something. We have done the unthinkable.
Yes.
Was it tough to get her to come back to TV, or was it something she was looking to do?
She was so game. I think that something people don't maybe fully understand about Jen is how people know she's funny, people know she's charming, but she also is really capable of mixing her humor with this sort of, with all of this pathos and this sort of hard edge. And that was something that she was ready to do, something that stretched her in this particular way. So when we sent her the first two scripts, she signed on like a day later. Like I felt like we were getting punked.
Well, but also having your name attached, you obviously are an incredible writer. So, and you're the executive producer of this series. So, what did you write some of the scripts? Like, what is your involvement?
I did. I wrote 6 of the scripts, and then 6 of the 8. I wrote some with other amazing writers: Jenny Connor, Trayvon Free. There were incredible people on this staff, and then I just spent time on set trying to, help hone the vision and make sure that the actors felt comfortable and engaged with their characters. And
so you did have to camp. You went to the set.
Yes, we were there. We were on a mountain in Santa Clarita, California, and I have to say that even the 12 hours a day of very protected outdoors woman time was too much for me.
You talk on your Instagram bio, and I guess your bio says, "Writing saved my life," and I think that's dope. That's deep. What do you mean, writing saved your life?
I think that were I not a writer, I would have no way to understand the complexity and the challenges and the darkness of the experience of being human, particularly being a human woman at this time in history in this country. There's so much to parse. There's so many challenges with existing in a body, with, I've always grappled with my physical health. I've grappled with my mental health. And so to have writing as a way to dig deeper, express myself, and connect to other people, it truly is the reason that I exist.
And you have been through so much, particularly in the last couple of years. You've been, you wrote a beautiful piece for Vogue about having a hysterectomy, and you've struggled with endometriosis, and it's just been a time of transition for you.
It has. It's been a time of, I can't lie and say that the last couple of years have been easy. It's been a time of, and some of that has been, because of my own behavior. I've grown up and I've developed in the spotlight for better or worse, and I've also dealt with the challenge of my own body turning against me. And so it's been a time of tremendous loss and tremendous change. And I always thought when people said, with loss comes a lot of gain and a lot of power, I always thought that was BS, but it turns out it's true. There's a lot that I've also gotten, and I've gained a great sense of community because I've been able to write about my experience, and other women have reached back to me.
Well, Lena, real quick, is there going to be a girls' movie? We're wondering and waiting.
I would love to do a girls' movie. I've always felt like we needed to establish a little more of a jump. Like when we get to the girls' movie, I at least want women to be dealing with like perimenopause.
Lena, thank you.
It would be a little different. Maybe in their 30s. Yeah.
I personally don't get my period anymore, but I would like to wait for the rest of the cast to catch up with me.
Lena, every time you come here, you could leave us with a doozy.
Yeah, you can catch.
I know. I said penis to Maria Shriver. Everything went crazy.
You can catch the series premiere of Camping Sunday
We're this
on
close,
HBO.
just this close.